like one of them is all of us are pretty familiar with the Comp 3 tire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, we've seen it probably maybe 1,000,000 times, maybe more than that. How many sides are on one of those knobbies? Not the ones that are really close to the edge of the rim, but the main ones. How many different sides to that knobby? Remember the old dirt bikes? There was pretty much 4 sides to a knobby.
Yeah.
I think 20 sides is my guess.
Okay, that's a pretty good guess. Anybody else?
I wouldn't even. 15.
Well, try to remember what the knobby looked like.
I was picturing it in my head, yeah, because
I got
it's
one
like
right here. Hold on.
kind of
Which
like
tire was it?
Comp 3s.
Oh,
Comp
Comp 3?
Yeah, there was a Comp 1. They didn't call it a Comp 1. Then there was a Comp 2, which was a snake belly, which was actually pretty good for straightaways, but not very good.
I'm going with 12.
All right, Danny, how about you? I don't want to give you too much time to find a tire and start counting the sides.
I guess 20 because that's the best I could think of because there's so many sides to it. I mean, it literally goes dun 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 dun. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I got an article here, and I know you've probably seen this sometime before, and I'm going to see if you can read it on the very top caption. I don't know if you can see the very top of that. Right up here.
No.
Oh, I'm familiar with the ad. I just can't read it without putting my face up against the monitor.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what it says. It says, bet you guys didn't know that this tire block has 18 sides.
Oh, I was so close, man.
18 sides. When that
Yep.
tire came out, there was no tire that compared in traction because of all those sides. But guess what? It also has 24 edges. If you count the little groove in the middle, the little factory sipe, and then the circular holes, there's 4 circular holes. That's 24 sides. That's why there wasn't any tire. I don't think there's been a tire since that outperforms that tire in traction on a hard surface.
I got a fun fact about that because I raced up until 98. I raced from 83 to about 93. Then I took a break. Then I raced 98, 99 season. Took another break, and I didn't race again until 2012. And by the time I came back, I had a GT box series with Comp 3 tires on it, and everybody was running the slick tire, but I didn't care because I mean it's my bike.
Right.
I'm gonna run what I want. And anyway, they worked great still, man. I was running Comp 3 1.5, so they were super thin, and they were fast. And our track had a lot of loose dirt on it still, so and we didn't have we didn't have concrete berms yet, the asphalt turns. So I was sticking to the berms. I raced it like that, man, for months before my cousin just walked up and gave me some power blocks. You know, he goes, "Here, put the modern tires on your bike." And I was like, "Oh man, thanks." He bought them for me, and I thought, "Thanks, I'll put them on." And the
Tire had a Kevlar bead,
Yep.
and they did it for weight. But the funny thing about it is the bead doesn't weigh that much on a tire. Mountain bike guys did this too, the mountain bike companies. If you look at those folding tires, all the weight savings was done in reduced amount of knobbies on the tire. It looked like the same tire, but the spacing between the knobbies were more spaced out and fewer knobbies and less rubber. And that's where the true weight saving was in the less rubber used in the tire and not so much the Kevlar bead.
Holy
It was
crap.
kind of a marketing thing.
Right. I
That's
remember when the Kevlar bead tire came out on the Comp 4, I was disappointed that it had less knobbies because there was a noticeable difference when you were pounding a corner. There were guys that washed out with those Comp 4 tires because there was less traction. It was obvious. It was kind of like your tire was partly bald in places.
Oh, wow.
The other thing too
But the Comp
is
5 was a sew-up.
there was never a Comp 5 that I know of. Yeah, they had sew-ups for little kids.
Sew-up, I have them here, and then they had a Comp 8,
Really?
which I put on the Rumblesfish test bike.
Wow.
So I think you just schooled us on that. I didn't realize they went past Comp 4.
And a Comp 10.
What the hell? Where were these tires being sold at? Because I don't remember seeing that.
and they see the wheelie coming out of the gate as you're actually physically trying to do a wheelie. That
Right.
wheelie is actually just your weight transfer, the
Mhm.
power you're applying downward, and then you're using your arms, your back muscles. I mean, I remember I did gates after not doing SART for a long time. My lats, I think they are here, were so sore. My back was sore because all those muscles you're using. I'm 6 foot tall, but I ran 175 cranks and I was a spinner. So to spin and do it correctly, you got to build a whole bike around it. It's not just, putting an easy gear on. There's things that you have to take in consideration to actually get the full benefit of spinning.
Well, I have seen some pros that come out of the gate with the front wheel up long enough to get to the bottom of the hill in some cases. So for me, of course my front wheel is going to come up. My goal is to follow the gate down. So if I'm following the gate down, I know I got a good snap. But as soon as I get my back wheel hits that gate, my front tire is typically already on the ground. But I've seen guys that have a lot of power, like Kent was saying he had a hard time keeping the wheel down. It's basically they're power wheeling almost all the way to the bottom because they have so much torque. And I didn't have that sort of power. So I thought that's an interesting comment, Kent.
Well, there's two things that are happening there. When you actually snap out of the gate, if your front tire can just be hovering above the ground, then that tire bounce off the ground isn't happening, and it doesn't interfere with your body posture and your cranking stroke, and you're actually faster. Guys, where it came from, this is an amazing story. I was at a national in Utah, Utah Nationals. I want to say it probably was 1983. It could have been 1982. I know I didn't have a #1 plate yet, so I would think it was the year I was earning it. So my dad decided, because of my long cranks, and I was complaining about them clipping the ground occasionally, and so he actually fabricated an attachment to my frame, which gave me a dropout below the original dropout, and he bolted it all onto my frame, kind of a prototype that made any frame capable of having a double dropout. And so we stuck that on my bike. And the second race I did with it, it was kind of weird because the back end's, a full axle width higher, plus maybe a 1/4 inch. But I had more ground clearance. It was interesting. I had to kind of get used to that. We ended up taking it off because I didn't like it after that race. But when I was at that race, 2 adults came up to my bike and staging with cameras and were snapping pictures of the back of my bike. And I was telling my dad about it. He said, well, whatever. And then that year or the following year, Bandito comes out with a double dropout.
Crazy.
But I'm absolutely 100% positive that's where this came from.
This is why you have to patent your ideas.
But you know what?
Rich, what do you think about that? Bandito was a Riverside company, right?
Yes, it was.
The thing that's interesting is I didn't like it. I'm like, Dad, I don't even like this. I mean, I tried it. Yeah, I had the clearance for my cranks as I was running, I think I was running 205s at that race, possibly.
It's like
back in the
Well, changing your head tube angle. You raise the back of the bike up, that head tube angle gets steeper.
Yeah, and so
A lot of people don't realize that when you start moving around, you're pivoting off of 2 axles, the front and the back. Any movement, you put a long fork on the front, you raise that head tube angle back more. You raise the back up, you steepen it up, so it changes the steering of the bike.
Yeah, so as soon as we did it, I tried it. I don't think it really helped my race. Yeah, my cranks weren't hitting the ground, but I was like, Dad, I don't want this. So we took it off. But I thought it was very interesting that a manufacturer came out and did it. Obviously didn't catch on. Nobody else started doing it.
Richard missed, and then Kent.
Yeah, do you want BMX or pop culture?
Pop culture.
In Beverly Hills Cop, Axel goes to Beverly Hills to investigate the killing of his best friend. What was the name of his best friend in the movie?
I know what he looked like. It has to be the movie name too, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'll take his first name only if you have it.
If the music was playing in the movie, it'd probably help me.
Do you know the answer, Danny?
I'll just guess Michael.
Yes.
Is it really?
His name in the movie was Michael Tandino. They called him Mikey.
Oh, thank God. All right.
All right.
Play the lottery?
Apparently I should. Yeah.
Okay. Whose turn is it? Danny, you stole it. Okay, you want pop culture or BMX?
Let's try BMX again.
Who was the first sponsored rider in the history of BMX?
David Clinton.
That's another one. All right. Congratulations. Turn, what do you want?
BMX.
BMX.
I'm in the lead. I might as well see if I can make it to turn 4.
Somebody's got to finish.
What does the JU and JU6? What rider is that named for?
JU6.
The SC Racing had a frame called the JU6. What what racer was it named after?
Oh, I think I know.
Yeah, I bet you do know.
I think.
I got one.
I'm not going to guess that one. That's not one I don't want to guess it.
Okay, Danny.
I don't know for sure.
It's the last name of the rider, Utterback.
Just give me his name, dude. First and last name.
Oh,
Just give me a name that starts with J, man. Come on.
No, I'm trying to think what his first name is, and James Utterback. I'm guessing. I know it's
Wrong. Richard, you know.
Jeff Utterback.
Jeff Utterback's it.
I gave him half the answer, dude.
We should have figured we'd get some SE questions out of Kevin.
Oh, man.
We should have done our homework.
For real.
Okay, so whose turn is it now? I already forgot. and he was right. He would win.
And I'm proud of him.
The last question of the night goes to Kent, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Kelsey Kent.
Now this is a 2-pointer, and I didn't make this up. This really is a 2-pointer. Another Top Gun question. Name the call signs for 5 of the pilots in the movie.
Name the call signs of 5 of the pilots in the movie.
Yeah.
I've got 3 of them in my head, but I gotta think.
I don't know what all 5 of them are.
There's more than 5. I just said name 5.
Yeah. I'm not going to be able to do. Yeah, I can't. I don't know.
Okay, Danny.
Been too long since I saw the movie.
We got Maverick, Iceman, Goose. I got to name 5, right?
Yeah.
Oh, one of the guys gets really freaked out. He has a little panic attack, and I can't remember his call
Yeah,
sign.
and he almost.
Yeah.
Yep, and he's all.
Right. That's the one guy. It's kind of a scare. I can picture his freaking face too. That's killing me.
Yeah, I know. I think I know what. Is it? No, I better not do it.
I got the 3, Kev. I'm stuck on the 3.
All right, Richard, you coming in to take it.
Iceman, Goose, Maverick, Viper.
Good job.
That's so good.
Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember the last one. Ghost Rider?
No.
Ghost Rider was one of the
Ghost Rider was
trainers,
in the tower, dude. Yeah, one more.
Does anybody know it?
I know all of them, dude.
Now that he says it, I remember him, but
What do you
Okay,
think the fifth one is, Kent? Just for shits and giggles.
now, yeah.
Yeah, I can get it.
Okay, I'll see if I can remember it from heart, by
It's
heart.
been
It's a Maverick, Goose, Viper, Slider, Iceman, Hollywood, Wolfman.
I remember Wolfman.
And then I'm missing Commander Heavyweight.
You got 7 already, man.
Yeah, there's like 10 of them. I'm missing the Cougar.
Cougar.
Oh,
That's the guy who freaked out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
the guy. Oh,
So there's your contest, gentlemen. We got
What's the final score?